I'll do. Today I want to talk about TwinBlast. Ranged carry. I generally play him as a laner. I think his primary position is in lane. Um, let's get down to the abilities. So left click. It's pretty weak left click, but it's quicker than most heroes. So what it lacks in damage, it makes up for in attack speed. And with range, this is pretty good to bully people in lane and keep their ass up. His right click is a maneuverable ability called Rocket Dash. He just dives in whatever direction he's moving. It's okay. It's not amazing. It's good for if you need to cover ground quick, like you're chasing someone up and you want to kill, or if you need a quick escape. With that said, it won't go through. So I know, for example, Dekka's ult puts up like an octagon ring, which you can't get out of. Some abilities can get out of that. This is not one of them. If you get trapped inside there, you're trapped inside. But yeah, it's good for a general escape, as for general follow-up. It's not a bad move ability at all in terms of maneuverability. So his Q's called Nitro. Gives him an additional attack speed. It's only like it lasts for a while. It lasts for 5 seconds, which isn't bad. But it's only like it starts off at 5. That's not a whole lot of extra attack speed. But I guess the late levels it becomes a lot more useful, a lot more prominent. But it's, in my opinion, it's not too good in the early game. It's not that useful. His E is his grenade. It's not. I'm confused by this ability because it's just a grenade. You throw it, does damage in an area around it. It starts off only 12.5. It slows enemies, which is pretty cool, especially if you're going in for a kill. You can slow the enemy before you go in. Like the longer this game goes on, and the more like in your cards, the more physical damage you get, the more this will clear lanes, and the better it'll clear them. But generally, like you'll always use this to clear lanes, but it's not. It's a medium. It's an okay lane clearing ability, but it's not that prominent. It's not that useful. Now on to his ult. This guy is all about his ult. It's called Barrage. His arms, I don't know how to explain it. His arms kind of transform. Like you see here, they're kind of mechanical by nature. Like his arms kind of transform into rocket launchers. Yeah, this is this is that kind of game. Best game where people's arms transform into rocket launchers. And he gets, on every hit, he gets extra damage. He gets bonus damage. It starts off at 60 and it keeps going up and up and up from there. Especially with cards and then in the later levels. Better than that, it doesn't hit, like it won't stop on minions. So if you've got an enemy hero that you're trying to hit and there's an enemy minion between the two of you, you can hit him fine. These will go straight through him and hit the enemy. And they also do AoE. I think they do AoE damage. It says damage the area they hit. So I'm pretty sure they do AoE damage. But it's wicked. These things, they melt through, like they melt heroes. You can just focus them down. As long as one thing to be careful with this ability, you need to make sure you focus on them, and it's because it looks awesome, and it does look awesome. It's very easy to just fire it without actually hitting anything, so you got to make sure you focus it down. But when you do start focusing it down on heroes, they just melt. Like there's no, like with an escape mechanism, like an ability, a maneuverable ability, people can escape it. But like this, in my opinion, this works really well with Gideon because when he traps people in his ult, you can just tear him out from the outside. Also, if you're on the outside, Gideon has just missed you with his ult, or you got to the outside, you can then activate this, and because he's fixed in place, you can tear him down. It's a phenomenal ability. Make sure you use it just before you go in for a fight to get the maximum benefits. So if we start off, if I just show you his ult in progress, this dude's already on half health, to be fair to him. And you'll see me right click here to cover ground, there we go. And then here's the ult, see that, he arms kind of glitching out here, but they've transformed into rocket launchers. And you see just how much damage that does. Really good, really good at just nuking down heroes. I wouldn't waste it on towers or anything. You've got a Q that'll increase your attack speed that should be used on towers. Yeah, a lot of damage. Something to be wary of with his ultimate, once you've used it, you can't use any other abilities. So if you use it and then you realise there's more enemies than you first thought, you won't be able to right click away. So you've got to be sure when using it. And the left click ability, oh sorry, not his left click, his Q ability is really good for damaging down towers. Like as his passive, he already gains bonus attack speed just at the start by default. That's why, although it's not a lot of extra attack speed, it just bumps you over that edge to hit a lot quicker and a lot more useful. Man, that dude keeps getting caught out. Not good on his part. So this is TwinBlast, really good carry, really good focusing down towers, not good at lane clearing, not particularly durable either. Because he's not durable, I like to, and he's got quite high damage and attack speed, I like to build lifesteal on him. I think it gives him good survivability, but of course you do have to be attacking to get the lifesteal. So if you get the lifesteal on him, do go in, don't be scared to go in, because if you're scared to go in and they're hitting you down, you're not going to regain any health, and they're going to take you down pretty sharpish. So this is him. I always get some extra health and some extra damage. I don't generally build attack speed on him because he already has enough attack speed going, just by default and with his Q on top of that as well. So yeah, this is TwinBlast. Make sure you use your ult effectively. Also, something really cool about his ult, if there's a bunch of people quite close to you, you can focus it just on the ground. You don't really have to aim it at them. You can just focus it on the ground, because it does kind of an AoE around where it hits, it'll damage them regardless. So you've got a little bit of leniency when it comes to accuracy. Yeah, good in lane, really strong guy. Does a lot of damage, quite brittle though at times. And his right click doesn't go, his escape ability doesn't go as far as you might think at times. So you have to be quite. Also, it won't make you gain ground on ledges in the vertical part, so do be careful of that. But he's quite strong at the moment. He deals a lot of damage. I don't know if he's the best damage dealer. Oh, there's the ult again, just murders that guy. Yeah, I don't know if he's the highest damage dealer at the moment, but he does a lot of damage, and if a team needs extra damage, this is always a good hero to go to. The fact that it's AoE damage with his ult, really good, really handy. Well, thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope this gave you some information on TwinBlast. Please subscribe if you want to see more about Paragon and the heroes and how they stack up. I'm going to do more of these videos. Also, if you've got like a better idea of how to play him, or if I'm playing wrong, or you disagree or agree, or just have any general comments on anything, please do put it in the comments below. I'd love to see what you think and how the heroes play. Oh, sorry, how other people play other heroes. Yeah, thank you for watching, guys. It's been a pleasure. Take it easy now. Bye.